go bump in the night, Agent Myers. And we are the ones who bump back. Hellboy.
Hey guys, this is JD with InSession Film to talk about our movie series on the director Guillermo Del Toro, where we went over his 2004 film Hellboy, 1993 film Kronos, his 2001 film The Devil's Backbone, and his 2006 film Pan's Labyrinth. When you think about Guillermo Del Toro, you definitely think of horror elements mixed in with a lot of reality and a lot of great dialogue. You go to 2004, where he's also known for a lot of his fantasy elements, on not just his horror type elements that he's played into a lot of his movies. Hellboy is an interesting comic book movie, probably one of the most underrated comic book stories out there, and it focuses on a character that's not just engaging, but it's something where you can kind of fall with a lot of the stuff that he's thinking, a lot of the things that he's all about. And love isn't just something that is interesting to him, but it's something that motivates him. It's something that where he is kind of this hero, but it's something where he has a lot of motivation from. And it's something that's a little bit different, I feel like, especially given the kind of aesthetic we have here. It's really, really good. And it's definitely a little bit underrated, as I said. You move to his 1993 film Kronos. Cronos is an interesting vampire film and something that you don't really see a whole lot. It's not full of a ton of plot, but it has tons of character, and it's done really, really well. It's really engaging, it's captivating on a lot of different levels, and it's something that kind of comes across as a realistic vampire film, something you could almost believe in if something like this was to exist. And it's done in a really, really interesting way. Again, this is a Spanish film, so you'll have to read along unless you know Spanish, but it's something that I would definitely recommend. It's fantastic. You move to his 2001 film, The Devil's Backbone. This is a thrilling, amazing movie with some great performances, especially from some pretty young actors that are put into a really tough situation. There's a lot of drama here. There's a really great bad guy. But how it comes together full circle is amazing. There's some great horror elements here, some fantasy type elements that are used here, and it's fantastic. It's actually done really, really well. Then you move to his 2006 film Pan's Labyrinth, which is almost a sister film to The Devil's Backbone. It's very similar in terms of its aesthetic, in terms of its style. Definitely more fantasy stuff that is going on here. And our main protagonist here, a young female, you kind of get to live in her fantasies, and you kind of get to live in how she was coping with the situations that she was in and the characters that she made up in her mind and things like that. And it was done extremely well. It's a lot of fun. Arguably Guillermo Del Toro's last film. This obviously led up to Pacific Rim, where we had a lot of fun with that. That is probably my personal favorite Guillermo Del Toro movie so far. I loved it. It was fantastic. Again, you can go read all of those full reviews, including our review of Pacific Rim, up on our website at InSessionFilm.com. You can also hear us discuss it on a bunch of our podcasts. Again, go to our website at InSessionFilm.com. Click on Podcasts. Under Podcasts, you'll see a little tab there called Movie Series. Click on that. You'll see Guillermo Del Toro's name, and just click on that, and you'll be able to read through all of our reviews, listen to our discussions, and we had a lot of fun with this series. It was a very good one. Let us know what you think. Do you like Guillermo Del Toro? Yeah, he's a little bit different with his style and what he does with his movies, but they're really good, and it's really interesting and pretty fascinating. Go and check that out. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time at InSessionFilm.com.